All our operators...
Hello? Attack is the best form of self-defense, am I right? Like a brand new weapon, trust me.
you a sex offender or something?
What can I do for you? probably just made that person really upset.
Every cell phone is a potential listening device. You should know that. You built the tech.
Bro, I guarantee you, I probably just made this person super triggered. They were sitting there for like 10 minutes flying around in a jet trying to kill me. They went for like 3 different jets. And then he just said, fuck it, I'm getting on my oppressor. Gets shot off his oppressor, and as he's trying to run away from the guy that was chasing him, he got killed by me. And then he just got killed by the guy that was going after him. God, this person's probably finna leave in a minute, bro, I bet you. Oh, CEO. I feel like I know where this is going. You think the person would have known that I was using BST, but apparently not. But this person, you definitely know they're going to use BST for sure. This person was on an oppressor, and then they were in jets and stuff, so it's like, of course you're going to play cheap against them. It's like, of course I'm going to use BST, because it does more damage to their jet quicker. And of course I wasn't expecting them to come after me in a jet, you know, because the one time I don't have explosive ammo on me, I get killed. Or no, I get attacked by a jet. And then there was that orbital warrior from earlier. I'm pretty sure, I hope this isn't boring to you, by the way. I hope this isn't boring. I mean, it's not the greatest thing, and that's the only reason it's really not as entertaining as it normally is because it's bad sport. So I mean, you kind of have to play toxic to kill toxic players in these types of lobbies. Like the orange guy, he has to use BST against this guy on ground because he's already using BST and, well, God knows what else. He could have armor, he might have X-lag. Oh yeah, that's another thing. A lot of people in bad sport are also well known for using X-lag and booting people offline as well. I mean, I've ran into those types of players before. I run into one of them almost every single day. This guy Irakami something like that. And oh my god, this dude is the king of X-lag. I literally never fight this man, and that is why. He also tries to fake scores because I challenged him to a beach battle and he didn't want to do it. I think this was off stream if I remember correctly. And then he followed me all the way over to the military base. I killed him like 6 times and he had no kills on me, so that was 6-0. Not counting the like 10 different orbital kills I have on him as well. And for some reason, he joined my lobby again on one of my streams and messaged me saying, "Remember when I slammed you at beach? But you never played me at beach. Where's your proof that you ever beat me?" Because I messaged him for proof and he couldn't show proof. He just never replied after that, and I think ended up leaving the lobby. He couldn't show proof that he beat me. Oh, dodgy player. This is another one of them guys. This dude is one of the biggest jet spammers I have ever met. When you see this person in a bad sport lobby, his spawn point is literally always in his hangar. Watch, he'll probably come out in a jet. I'm waiting on it, bro. It's gonna happen. He like always has a spawn point at his hangar. Oh, dodgy player left. Okay. And every time he crashes his jet or gets killed like 1 or 2 times, this man leaves the lobby. I don't understand it. Bro, I know I just made this guy mad triggered though. Because he was working so hard to kill me. He was putting so much effort in. Not only did he fail to get the kill, but I also killed him in the process. And now of course he's using BST and probably Ghost Org, I don't know. Cause I'm mainly because I don't see him on the map anywhere. And then I've had a few people ask me, why do you specifically play free aim every time you're bad sport? That's mainly because, yes, there are still, of course, toxic players. There are always going to be toxic players, but mainly because there's not as many toxic players in free aim. Because think about it, How many like there's normally a very low amount of people that play free aim. So think about it in bad sport. In bad sport, you're constantly running into the same people every day because there's very little to almost no one in bad sport. There's maybe like 200 people in bad sport total. Maybe 200. Probably not even 200 to be honest. So it's like if you play about as much as I do, you're gonna run into the same people almost every lobby you load into. Just to say it, bro. You're almost 99% of the time gonna run into the same people. When I played aim assist, I ran into the same people pretty commonly. So I mean, if someone 1-0s you in a lobby or something and you want to get your kill back, it won't take very long to look for them. I didn't understand that guy's plan earlier when he orbitaled me as a 1-0 kill. I didn't understand his plan there, because he orbitaled me, yeah, and then he ran away, but then he went to a location where I could orbital him at. Because he teleported there with the teleporting glitch. So really the first thing I was really thinking there was, what was he thinking? Well, like, what was the game plan there? Why would you orbital me and then go right into plain sight where I can orbital you? Because you know I'm going to do that to get my kill back. You know I'm going to do that because you're just running the whole time. He's running, ewoing, and teleporting away the whole time I would get near him. So it's like, of course I'm going to orbital him. On normal days, I don't count orbital kills. So both of those kills I got on him and he got on me, I'm not counting those kills. Unless he wants to count them. Then we'll admit to the fact that it's a tie score. I don't trust this guy. What's his KD? See, this person has a suspicious KD as well. This is a dodgy player. I don't even know how you're a dodgy player in bad sport. A 2.7 as a 137, that's not normal. 2.24. Well, that's a higher level though. Come to think of it, like as a level 600 or like 500 or whatever. Now, like if you have above like a 2 KD at that level, that might be reasonable. Like that's kind of reasonable. A 1.2 for 2, that's pretty reasonable. A 1.7, definitely above average, but I wouldn't say suspicious. That's not very suspicious. Okay, yeah, that is really suspicious though. Now a 4.7. No, like I said, for my level, that's really not a bad KD. I'm not saying you're able to have like a legitimate 500 KD if you're like a level 6,000 or something, no. My point is the fact that, okay, so let's say this person doesn't have a modded account, or let's say they have a modded account but they've had it for a long time, and they developed the rank themselves. And they've been playing the game for years upon years. A 2-point KD might be kind of reasonable. That might be reasonable. Huh? Because I need to look for my friend here. I don't know if I can find him or not. But he's been playing the game since 2013 for like a long time. And he has like a 3 KD and he's like a level 1800. I can't find his gamer tag. Where's his gamer tag at? Right here, this guy. The Ace Boogie dude. This man's like a level 1800. Has like a 3 KD, a 3-ish KD. You know, like that's pretty fair too to think about it. Mainly because this guy like very rarely to never does player versus player. Like he almost never fights people on this game. Like he's one of those grinders on the game who like really grinds really hard almost all day. He's one of those heavy grinders because like he's literally a level 1800. and he legitimately got it because he's been leveling up so much since like 2013. And also, if you want to check out his channel, literally, you can literally just look up his gamer tag and you'll find it. He's literally just Ace Boogie Stacks, and you'll find his YouTube channel. He does a lot of live streams on grinding and just small little missions and stuff he does for money. And he's made over $2 billion in game, I think. So I mean, it's like, you don't even have to glitch the money I have. If you've been playing the game since like 2014, 2013, you can get the money I have. You can. It just takes time. And of course, since I've only been playing the game for 3 years, 3-ish years, 4-ish years, it's like, I'm not going to be able to grind $1.5 billion. Unless I have a full team of a bunch of friends and stuff, and I'm doing it repeatedly, almost hours upon hours, every single day of every single year so far. You know, like those other grinders do. That'll be the only way I'd be able to grind to what I have right now. Also, if I had $1.5 billion, I will happily point out right now that the type of RP I would make off of along with the money, I would be way higher level than a 519. So let's say I legitimately grinded the $2.5 billion on this account. I would be far past level 1400, if I can point that out right now. If I legitimately grinded the money I had on here. And that is mainly because you usually get a pretty good amount of like RP, you know, like the XP is basically the same thing, the stuff that helps you level up. I'd have a bunch of that off of missions and like free mode events and stuff that I would do for money, and selling cargo and stuff. Like, all that stuff gives you RP too. It doesn't just give you money. So I would be a way higher level than a 500 if I legitimately grinded it. So I mean, that's kind of proof enough that I didn't legitimately make this money. Because I mean, there's a level, one of my friends was a level 800. He was an 820. You've probably seen him on some of the streams too, but I mean, he like quit playing recently, so like he's not playing the game anymore. But when he was playing on the game, he was an 820, and his account legitimately grinded, I think, like 1.7 billion. Well, I wouldn't say legitimately. He did a lot of like Bogdan heists and stuff on there. Like, he did a lot of glitches for money, for like the glitches on like the heists and everything. But as a level 800, he made that much money. So I mean, if I would have legitimately made that kind of money, I would have been at least at 800 or higher. Probably at least a level 1000 or higher, to be honest. Like, I would be a way higher level than I am right now. So if people try to say, if anyone thinks this is legit, I'm gonna tell you right now, my account isn't legit. It's modded, okay? Because a lot of people ask me how I got this money, and I didn't grind it. I glitched it. Now, if I could rewind back to 2013, would I grind a bunch of money on one specific account and keep this one, and try to see which account would have more money afterwards, in a higher level, and just to see if grinding is better than glitching? Probably. It would honestly probably be worth the time to see. That's an answer that everyone needs to know. And that probably almost very little to no one even actually knows. So I mean, I would do that test if I could. Now, when it comes to the types of vehicles in the game and stuff, if there was a certain time of the game I could rewind back to that was actually fun, I would say 2016 and 2015. Because there were some tryhards on the game, you know, but there weren't like big sweats and like wannabe tryhards yet. Like, most of those like toxic players didn't really develop that much until probably the orbital cannon or like the gun running DLC, stuff like that. They didn't really develop that much until then. Yes, of course, there were still toxic players, but there weren't very many. Like, you very rarely to probably never ran into them. And also, there was literally like no orbital, well, there was like no 1-0 players until the orbital cannon came out. There was no 1-0 players. Now, there were players who cared about score, yes. But they only cared about a good score. If it was like if it was a 1-0, they really didn't care that much for it. And they would have tried harder to get more kills. That's why people are called tryhards, because they put 110% more effort into a specific aspect of the game, or all aspects of the game. Tryhards on this game specifically are known as aggressive player versus player types of people who are really skilled at or take PvP really serious. You know, all those stuff that the professional and guild masters say about tryhards is most likely completely untrue. When they try to describe a tryhard, they describe a KD warrior or a wannabe tryhard. Because they say tryhards care about KD. Tryhards do not care about KD. And if you think I'm lying about that, wasn't my KD just a 5 yesterday, but I could have cared less that it went down? Like, I don't care that my KD went down the slightest bit. If people want me to prove I don't care, I'll literally let one of my friends kill me 20 times straight. Like, I don't care if my KD goes down. Now, do I care about score? Well, it depends on how far into the fight it is. If the person 1-0s me with orbital, of course, yes, I'm gonna want to get my kill back, but I'm not really gonna take it too seriously. Worst case scenario is I use orbital to get my kill back. Like, I won't be super toxic and like card deck someone for a kill. Now, if I'm already up on them and they just so happen to go passive mode, I'll keep card decking them, why not? I mean, if they had already played toxic, I might as well play toxic as well, you know? I mean, if they're gonna play that way, they're basically giving me a reason to play that way. If you really think about it, they're technically giving me something to... So, I mean, when players play cheap, that's usually why I usually intend to play cheap first anyways, because if I usually don't play cheap first, they usually will anyways. It's almost like the shoot noobs first scenario. Like, noobs will complain about tryhards shooting them first, but even if we don't attack them, they still attack us anyways. It's like, even when I try to be nice to a noob on this game, like I'll drive them around or something, the next thing I know, window breaks, C4 pops out, and my car blows up. So even when I try not to shoot them, they still will shoot me anyways. So it's like, you might as well just shoot them first.
Got some frustration you want to work off, huh?
Because that's what I've never understood, because MetPro made a video about that. When he was fighting a tryhard, he was trying to help this noob because this KD warrior, not a tryhard, I mean KD warrior, because a KD warrior was like just spawn trapping the poor guy, you know? So he wanted to help that guy out, the low level. And he's flying over there shooting the guy, and the low level starts locking onto him. And sometimes people put text in their videos to say what they're trying to say. I do that sometimes because I don't want to go through the effort of speaking over everything. And he literally in the message it literally said, "This is why tryhards shoot you guys first." Which he has a very solid point there. That's literally why we shoot noobs first, because if we don't shoot them first, they usually will shoot us first anyways. So it's like, what's the point in being nice to them if they're not gonna be nice to us anytime soon? You know? It's like, what's the logic there? Like, seriously, like, what would be the point in us being nice to them if they're showing no respect to us? What would be the point in us showing any respect to them? Also, people say that the game would be a lot better without tryhards, but if tryhards weren't in the game, what would people joke about on this game? What would people make fun of on this game? Exactly, there wouldn't be anything. Tryhards are almost a requirement to have in like every single game. That's almost a guarantee. This man thinks it's so funny to just come over to me, but as soon as I want to come over, look how fucking high up this guy goes to get away from me. Bro, you're weird. You think your cannons are actually gonna hit me? Are you gonna stay back now? You realize I'm gonna just do this the whole time, so you might as well just keep back, huh? Man's literally like 5,000 feet up in the air to get away from an oppressor. You know, but look how cocky he was to come after me when I'm on ground. Watch, I bet you he'll turn around right here. I bet you he will. Bet you he'll turn around and go off radar or something so I don't see him coming. And then I'll just teleport away, you know, because I'm not gonna sit there on radar and let him shoot me. Get this, man, bro. They're all on their fucking pause menus right now. Both these clowns are on their pause menu. They're looking at me right now, I bet. Or they're trying to vote to kick me. Obviously, Mad Beard because they can't kill me. One of the two. Look. Told you. What did I say? What did I say, bro? I knew this man was gonna do this. He's gonna stay away from me, or he's gonna get shot down. It's like, I don't need my oppressor for the kills. Like, I don't think he realizes that. I don't think he realizes that. Like, I don't need my oppressor to get a kill on you, bro. I have explosive ammo, It's like, quit wasting your time with me. Dumbass is trying to fucking lock onto me. Thinking he's just magically gonna be able to hit me with missiles he can't lock onto me with. Like, I'm just not gonna fight you if you play like that. I'm not. If you want to play like that, go in aim assist. Plenty of people use jets in there. Only they use God mode ones, so you'd rage quit real quick. The only reason he even plays free aim is so he can kill players like that super quick and easy. I am putting all things on black. I'm putting all ships on black right now, bro. If I'm able to use the orbital cannon, I'm using it right now, bro. I'm gonna let this man have it. I have no respect for people like this. Like, you're already playing cheap when you're coming at me on a jet while you're on a hill. I mean, you already playing cheap like that, so I mean, why not? I might as well use orbital. I mean, it's basically just as cheap because because if the player's on ground, if you use a jet or orbital, if that other player doesn't have explosive, if the other player can't evo in time, you're basically just getting free kills off of them, right? So I mean, what I'm doing isn't any different than what he's doing, because it's gonna get him free kills. I don't understand people like that, bro. Boy probably doesn't even take a shower because he sweats so badly on this game. Literally probably the sweatiest freaking dogfighting pilot I've seen on this game, bro. Probably the sweatiest one. I've never seen someone try hard so much on a fucking plane. You know, but look what he does on ground. When he was on ground, he was using BST against that guy. And then when the guy used BST against him, he came after, he ran away to get a jet. Oh my god. Like, I don't get these players, dude. I really don't understand their logics. It's like, when you use a jet, you're kind of asking for me to use orbital cannon against you. I'm sorry, but you're kind of asking for it. It's like, is there really a way to complain about it? How can you complain about orbital when you came at me with a jet? That's actually another reason I don't like bad sport tryhards, because they're not even tryhards, they're fucking wannabes. I've never seen a single tryhard in these lobbies that are actually a normal, legit tryhard. I haven't. This man literally left the session to look for me as soon as I left. Cause look, he's not in here anymore. Shocker, isn't it? I conveniently load into the same lobby, and I realized this man left the lobby to try and look for me after I left. Are you kidding me? Are you that thirsty for kills? This man literally left the lobby and went to look for me when I left. He's not in here anymore. He was trying to follow me. Bruh, see, this is where I just quit playing this game, and this is the line I go to when I would probably say I'm done playing this game until I get out of bad sport. This is gonna be one of those things that makes me quit playing for 6 days, 1 hour, and 10 minutes. It's gonna be one of those things. Because like I can't handle players like this. It drives me nuts. If I get dodgy player ever in free mode again, I'm not playing for a week straight. I will make sure I get clean player again, and it stays that way. Like even if I have to quit fighting on this game, I will do that to make sure I don't get bad sport again. I can't handle it, dude. This is gonna drive me nuts. I've been in this before for 4 months. How do you think 4 months of this stuff was? This was 16 days of it. This was only 10 days of it so far. There's still 6 more days. There's been times before on one of my alternate accounts where I've had to deal with this same type of bullcrap with the same type of players and probably these same players for 4 months. How fun do you think that was? Yeah, he's literally following me, bro. Look at this. He is literally following me. Oh my god. My boy is literally following me into lobbies. I'm gonna orbital him. I don't care. He can say what he wants, bro. I'm gonna orbital him.
We are now implementing.
Like, he's trying so hard to get a kill on me, so I'm just gonna kill him. And see how he likes it. See how he likes being 1-0'd. Because he's obviously a 1-0 player. Why else was this man literally stalking me with a jet? I mean, it seems pretty obvious what he was trying to do. He left, didn't he? He left as soon as he saw me in my facility. Bruh, this is the best part about it, is that they leave when they realize I'm gonna orbital them. As soon as the 1-0 player realizes he's about to get 1-0'd, look how quickly he goes to the pause menu and leave. Look how quickly he left as soon as he realized I was gonna orbital him. That's what I think is funny.
Polygraph testing has been moved to Tuesday.
Not the fact that he left, more of the fact that he left so quickly as soon as he realized I was gonna 1-0 him. That just tells you how serious people take this game. I 1-0 players for a reaction out of them to see how they're gonna react to it. How they react to it depends on how serious they take the game. If they start shit talking you and calling like, oh, you're a pussy and everything, like, oh, you have to 1-0, pussy and everything, or when they ask you for 1v1s and stuff like that, that's how you know they take the game way too serious. If they just follow you for a kill back, that is kind of the average reaction from probably just about anyone that gets killed by that gets killed once. They're gonna follow you for your kill back. I mean, that seems pretty obvious. Following players into lobbies to get kills on them, that's more than serious. You're more than a basement dweller too. You're just a straight weirdo. And if I knew your ID, I would probably report you for stalking. If I could ID you. Probably the #1 reason why I would be pulling people's IP. For sure be the #1 reason why I'd be pulling people's IP is for that. So I can ID them and pull their IP. And charge them with stuff, because like these people literally stalk me through video games, and I think it's funny. I think it's more than hilarious that people take the game so serious that they take a few hours out of their day to follow me through lobbies just because I killed them once in a video game. Ain't that pretty funny? Bitch, that's what you get. I'm gonna orbital you like that. If you want to play like that, we can play like that. It's that easy. trying so hard for a 1-0, so that's what's gonna happen when you try it. You could have made it super easy on yourself and just never tried to kill me. Well, specifically, never tried to kill me in a jet, but no, you took it out of your way to follow me around in a whole jet. Literally going sweaty dogfighter mode while in it, too. I'm kid you not, this is probably the sweatiest pilot I have ever seen. Like, I've never seen someone try so hard for such a hard kill and never get it, and on top of that, get killed in the process. I've just never seen it. I hope I never do again. If I could get rid of players like that from the game, I would. Because tryhards are something that are almost needed in this game. Not 1-0 players, not KD warriors, and not wannabe tryhards. Tryhards are things that you can't get rid of in the game. These types of players, like the 1-0 players, like this fucking 512, you can get rid of players like that in the game by simply not adding things that make them that way. Like, if you don't add the orbital cannon, he's not going to take orbital kills so serious, and he's not going to use orbital and count the kill. If you don't add the Oppressor Mark II, people aren't going to spam that and think they're skilled by using only that for kills. If you didn't put the KD ratio in the game, there wouldn't be KD warriors. That's that. Now, score tryhards, there's always going to be score tryhards. I mean, as long as there's a scorecard, you can't really stop them. Well, even if there's not a scorecard, you can count it in your head. So... don't get the logic of it. So I mean, I don't know why they put scorecards in the game. That just makes it easier for tryhards to count the score. If I'm being completely honest, it just makes it easier for them. And like I said, too, these players take the game so serious. I remember this, because I have a video clip of it in Share Factory. I was beating this guy so badly, because, okay, so look, I'll explain the situation of what happened before the fight. So he was following me around, this was in Clean Player, by the way, from lobby to lobby. He was like a level 4,000, right? With like a negative modded KD, like he probably has billions or maybe trillions of dollars on the account. I wouldn't have cared. And the guy was constantly just following me through lobbies, probably using scripts, you know, and was desperately trying to kill me, and he called me a pussy for continuously running. And then when I actually started fighting him, I was beating this guy so badly, and he started crying. That's how serious people take the game.
Oh God.
What a weird thing for you to walk in on, too. Yeah, like, you always join my parties, but they try to say you're inactive.
Hello. Who is this?
It's me. I shouldn't have called.
But Patricia.
And then they complain that I'm not on. I'm on all the time. They just wait until it's like dead midnight before they want to get on, because there's some nocturnal fucking weirdos.
I got on for a little bit last night and whatnot. They're making me laugh and all, but I'm like, it's not the same, but I'll check, because at least you make party entertaining.
Bro, Nick makes it entertaining. You see how have you ever seen him get mad at the game? The change in his tone. It's like a constant voice crack that doesn't stop. And it's funny. I mean, I understand why it's like that. It's because he's literally like in the mid process of puberty. Like, I understand why his voice is like sounds like that when he gets aggressive or something. But it's just funny. At the same time, I feel bad for him though. Why? Because of all the dunce caps or the way they were talking?
The way that we're talking about black people are monkeys.
That's FMCF for you. I'm not gonna lie, the only reason I'm wearing this crew
Mrs.
tag
Madrazo.
is so Nick
Hey.
can get his
Are
5
you
million.
behaving, Trevor?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. Patricia,
I don't know.
I really
Well,
miss you.
Serge
Time
said he
together.
would pay him if I
Very
joined the
important.
crew. So he's basically bribing people to
I
get
have
me
to
back in the
go.
crew from what I see, huh? Even though he said he didn't want me back in the crew yet. What do you mean? Oh yeah, you'd get paid. That's why he didn't want you to do it. Because you'd get paid. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Plus all the additional stuff that he's gonna be getting over time, so it's like he's good. I wish they would have averaged 2 million a month instead, you know, like 1 million every 2 weeks. It'd be more convincing to people would be more convinced to play the game more. You know, like the game would actually be fun without it being overpriced. Basically like EA's ugly twin. You don't have to pay to start the game, no, but you have to pay for literally anything else. Berku's always on in the mornings, or his PlayStation at least is on, I don't know. Sometimes he just leaves it on.
Patricia, Mrs. Madrazo.
Trevor. Oh, I miss you. All you boys.
Miss you too. I can't speak for the other boys.
You're such good friends.
It's a bit more complicated than that. Actually, Michael and I, not speaking.
Old friendships cannot be replaced.
Hey, how are you? Is Martin looking after you?
He's here. I've got to go.
Joys, what's fun about it other than the party chat? What's... Oh my god. But he's been saying monkey for so long. Every time I would join his lobby, he just randomly messaged me monkey. Yeah. Oh, that's what makes his voice like that. It messed up his throat. Monkeys from the bonsai trees. only these monkeys have AKs. It reminds me of that video, remember where those military soldiers gave that one like chimp an AK and he just started spraying random bullets? Bro, if I was one of them I would have been just as scared. I'd be like, oh shit, fucking Planet of the Apes over here, back up. He's saying monkey, and I just orbital him with it, with the outfit on. just message him 1-0 monkey. Yeah. Oh god, or at least clip the thing of it happening. Yeah.